folks, welcome back to the channel. We are on Contention Cold War as always, and I'm in the Frogfoot today. I had a very cool sortie with 4 kills, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. We're starting off at S.A.L.S.A airfield. It's almost the end of the campaign. Blue fighters are swarming everywhere. This is the last red airfield. We are outnumbered 3 to 1 and 4 to 1 based on what I'm seeing in JTAC, and I'm going up to try to defend our last airfield. So when I spawn in, the EWR is empty for some reason, despite plenty of blue fighters showing up in the JTAC slot. So I know this is going to be a very, very rough session as a result. Luckily, just as I'm taxiing out, Fergs from the Discord jumps into the JTAC slot and says he can GCI for me. So let's see how this sortie went for me. As I taxi onto the runway, Fergs warns me about an F4 running in at the airfield. I see a Frogfoot sitting on the runway doing some sort of checks, but I punch it and immediately start accelerating for takeoff since I don't want to hang around and be a target. About halfway down, I think I spot a fireball in the mirror, but I'm not sure. And as I take off, I immediately bank left, start dropping flares in case the F4 is around, and look back. And sure enough, what do I see? Smoke and fire on the runway, so that Frogfoot is gone. Let that be a lesson, folks. Never sit on the runway doing pre-flight checks when there are enemy aircraft around. Do your checks in the hangar before you get to the runway. Once I'm up, Fergs guides me towards the first bandit. It's an F4. I managed to get tally and do a nice conversion onto his stern. I'm getting ready for a missile shot when I see that his parachute is out, so clearly not worth wasting a missile on this crown either, and I decide to go for a guns kill. Despite my poor gunnery skill, I do manage to get hits, so splash one, and yeah, let's see what's next. Head back over S.A.L.S.A airfield, and then Fergs pulls out another F4 nearby, so I turn to start looking for him. I pick him up during the turn, again do a nice conversion onto his 6 o'clock thanks to the good call out from Fergs, and I manage to get a lock and fire a missile, and we have splash 2. Nice. Fergs immediately warns me about a second F4 nearby, so I turn, start flaring and looking for him. And again managed to do a nice conversion onto his 6 o'clock and line up a missile shot. He looks a little fast, but it might connect. Unfortunately, he flares it and it goes off into the ground and he starts running off. At this point I decide that I'm going to break off. I don't want to chase him, get too far away from the airfield. The further away I get, the more likely I'm going to get mobbed by blue fighters, so I turn and head back to S.A.L.S.A. Back over Meza, Fergs warns me about an F5 coming in, and thanks to his call out, I managed to pick up the F5 early and turn into him. I'm hoping for a 2 circle, but the F5 actually reverses and comes back at me and goes 1 circle. The Frogfoot has the turning ability for 1 circle, but not roll rate, so scissoring you need to be very careful, and it can be a bit tricky. But here I take his wing off at the second merge and he goes down. Splash 3.
He's riding in style.
Fergs comes on again to tell me that there's an A10 nearby, but also 4 F4s coming in very fast, very hot, so I need to take care of the A10 quickly. I spot him and turn into him. Obligingly, he reverses in front of me, which sets me up nicely for an attack. Now I just need to manage closure and make sure I don't overshoot him, and of course actually get hits, which is no small feat with my gunnery. Luckily, I managed to hit both engines, and although he didn't go down immediately, he went down a minute later, so I got kill number 4. With 4 F4s closing in fast, I head back to the airfield as fast as I can to get the credit for my kills. I mean, I'm confident, but I'm not confident enough to take on 4 F4s by myself. So yeah, all in all, this was a really fun sortie. The only reason I didn't get killed immediately was Ferg's GCI call out, so thanks for that, Fergs. And that's it for today's. If you like what you saw, come check out Contention Cold War. Even if your team is getting absolutely chewed up, you can still have a really good time. See you in the next one, folks.